Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Good night. How's everybody? If you can hear me, please type 1 or yes. Let's welcome again Manal, Yami, Lina, Noura, Yazan, and new student, and Ryan. And soon maybe some other friends will join us. Good evening, Yazan. How are you? Okay, so who can tell me now what time does do my classes start? What time do my classes start at what? Lina says it's 7:45. Oh yes, and you got that. You only wait for the first person to copy. Anyway, what days do we start our lesson? On what? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. What days do we have lessons? Sunday. Yes, of course, everyone has it on Sunday. Monday. Wednesday. And Saturday. Good. All right, so we have 4 lessons actually starting on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So they are 4. And always on Saturday we start with a revision. Okay? So this is going to be very easy and quick. So let's start the revision for Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, the last 3 days. We studied how to develop speaking skills, how to develop reading skills, how to revise the order of adjectives, start by the size, the color, and so on. Revise the aspect of quantities. These are the 4 objectives for our lesson today. Okay? We have 4. The first one is to develop speaking skills and also reading skills, order of adjectives, and finally the aspects of quantity. So let's start with the revision, and I would like to say if you have any question about these 4 objectives, and if you really have any question, you can ask me now or at the end of the session. All right? Are you ready now? It should be easy for you. All right. So let's go and remember, when we talk about mobile phones, all right, and we talked about what they can do, all right. Now the question, can you tell me what mobile phones can do? If you remember, what mobile phones can do? Now mobile phones are everything, and they do a lot of amazing things. So what do mobile phones do, or what can they do to us? Good, Ryan, they send us messages. Beautiful. So the first thing is that they send us, we can use it to send. Okay, sending is like this, sending SMS or messages. What else? We can call someone, and they let us communicate with others. Yes, Yazan, that's right. We can communicate with others, or we can call someone. Actually, we can communicate in too many ways. Also, what your mobile phones can do. Like now. You can use the map, find locations, and if you want to drive, there are a lot of route location when you can turn your GPS on. You can use the internet. You can check, read, and use the internet. You can make also coffee, right? You can adjust the sugar and stuff like this. You can search for many things. Yeah, of course, coffee is not, yeah, maybe. Who knows, maybe, you know, after 20 years, 10 years maybe, mobile phones can do a lot of things. Okay, now what is more important for you? What a mobile phone can do or how it looks like? Yes, Ryan, you can play games, yes, of course. Lena, yes, we agreed that both is important. Both is important, both of them, yes, thank you, Yazan and Lena. Both of them, both is important because the way it looks, actually, yes, you need to have an attractive mobile phone, light, smooth, and strong. And also you need another mobile phone that can do a lot of things. Now people drive, use the internet, listen to music, search the internet, also use vocabulary, call someone, send messages, speak, use video cam. All of these are on the mobile phones. Good. Now it's easy to remember this. Now let's move on. And remember also, we got a bunch of vocabulary, which is to sort your clothes by color, sort your clothes by category, and also wash or dry clean out of seasoned clothes before sorting them. And number 4, invest in the best possible hangers you can afford. Now these are titles. What I want you to do, we're going to read like number 1, all right? On number 1, we have to be ruthless. What does it mean to be ruthless? To be ruthless is to put anything you have not worn in the last year, clothes, shoes, pajamas, whatever, that no longer fit, or anything that is permanently stained or has some cracks or stained or ink or anything like this in a pile for the rubbish. This is when you be ruthless, is to take all the clothes that you have and put them like a mountain of clothes or like a pile of clothes. This is how to be ruthless. Now we need to remember how we sort our clothes by color, how we sort our clothes by category, wash them on dry clean, and invest in the best hangers you can afford. You know hangers? We have plastic hangers, we have wood hangers, and also we have what now we call from the laundry, the wire hangers. Now let's see and put the right title to the explanation here. So hang all shirts, trousers, suits, and coats, starting with short clothes at one end and ending with the longest clothes at the other end. This makes space for storing shoes under short hanging clothes. What is this? Hello, let's welcome the new boys that just joined us. Wafa, Noura, Abdullah, Ghalia, and Anas. Abdullah Sabah and Abdullah Shahri. Welcome. So this is what? Ryan said this is the second one. We hang all shirts, trousers, we put them as long, then short, shorter, shorter. This is how we sort them by what? You choose from this. Sort them by color or category. Category, the second one. Yes, good. So we have shirt, let's say jackets first, then we have shirts, then we have trousers, then we have miniskirts, then we have, that's it. Then this way we store clothes in our closet by categories. It's just like by size. Now, number 3, that way you will know when you own what you need, making you a more effective shopper. You'll be able to see what will go with what you already have and avoid making costly errors and impossible to match colors. So this is how we sort them by color. Excellent, Lena. Beautiful. That's right. Yes. You know, when you go to the mall like Centerpoint, City Max, all these clothes mall, you find the clothes are sorted by color. All right? They were sorted by color most of the time. Good. And of course now we still have 2 for the clothing and for other things. It's okay, Wafa, no problem. Maybe your name, okay, that's okay. You've been watching football, right? And by the way, how did the match end? How much? Did Hilal win or Sydney? You know, a lot of people talk about this all the time. What is the result? What is the score? You don't know? Maybe some of you are watching it now. It's not over yet. Ah, it did not start yet. Good. All right. Good luck anyway. All right. So anyway, shortly after this, okay, good. 3 minutes left. Oh, no, you're waiting for this. Okay, I need to be quick, right? Can you tell me a space channel that is transmitting the football? It's at 8:30. Okay, good. Is it and so the sport 1 or 2 or 3? What TV is displaying the match? You don't know. Okay. Good. Okay, it's a good breakup. Now let's go back here. You remember how we put the order of adjectives. So maybe in the test you will have a question like, put the adjectives in order. We have a rule or we have a grammar for this. You know, we have a noun. Yes, and size, color, material, then the noun. Okay. So always number 4 is the noun. Always the last one is the noun. And we start by size, then color, and then the material. So we start with large, big, small, short, and a lot. So this is number 1. Number 2, blue, red, white, green, black, and so on. This is the color. Number 3, we have the material, cotton, denim, silk, leather, cotton, and so on. And the last one is the noun always. So this is adjective 2, adjective 3, adjective, and 4 is the noun. So we have large, this is size number 1, it's an adjective. Blue, it's an adjective, and this is number 2. 3, cotton, also this is an adjective, and we'll put it number 4 because it's a material. And the last one is shirt because it's a noun. So we start with size, color, material, and shirt. Just like this one. Small red denim bag. So small is a size, color, material, and bag. So let's move on to put these in order. Okay. So I have ugly, red, and sweater, woolen. Who can put this in order? Yazan is a Darfur. I mean, maybe this is the first or the second time, but he's a big Darfur anyway. Yes, but not like Wafa or Lina or even Ryan or Ghalia. All right. We got a lot of Darfurs here. Anyway, so we have with the first one, ugly red and sweater woolen. Yazan said it's an ugly red woolen sweater. Okay, since we don't have a size, so we start with ugly, then we have red woolen sweater. Sweater is a noun, so we'll go to number 4. The last one, so we have an ugly red woolen sweater. That's right. Yes, Ryan, an ugly red woolen sweater. Yes. If we don't have size, okay, this is ugly. Anything else? Whatever. Red color, woolen material. Sweater is a noun. It's okay. Now, number 2, a large brown of leather boots pair. Manal Yani said A-L-B of L. Okay, that's okay. You can write it. Don't be so lazy. A large brown pair of shoes. Where is leather? A large brown leather pair of shoes. That's right. Large, size, brown, color, leather is material. Pair of boots is the noun. And you can say a pair of large brown leather boots. That's okay. You can say that. No problem. Okay? But as we said, we have size, color, material, and then noun. You can say a large brown leather pair of shoes, and you can say a pair of large brown leather shoes. That's okay. Both is correct. Now, number 3, linen, white, a jacket, small. Yes, and the quick Darfur said it's a small white linen jacket. That's right. Size, color, material, noun, also Ghalia. A small white linen jacket. That's very easy. Yes, a small white linen jacket. All right. 4, a plastic black long raincoat. Says yes, and a long, size, black color, plastic material, raincoat is a noun. Yes, Lena, a long black plastic raincoat. Yes, Ryan, long black plastic raincoat. A is number 1, all right? A long black plastic raincoat, okay? Good. Let's move on and see what we can remember. It's okay. You remember we talked about shopping items like razor blades, like underarm, like spray, perfumes, and so on. Now let's remember the items that we buy when we shop and what we use. We use not any or not many and a lot of, all, a little, a few, not much, not many, no, some, most. These are actually in English we call them quantifiers. What we mean by quantifiers is that they tell us about the amount, the number. Maybe sometimes it's 1 kilo, sometimes 3 kilos, sometimes 4 pieces, 5 pieces, sometimes 2 pairs, 3 pairs, and so on. So this is, we take this lesson before. I know it's a revision. Always, you know, Saturday is a revision. It's good to remember, okay? And we'll see if you can have some question about this. So look at the quantifiers in the books, yes, it's always a revision. And the two different contexts in pairs answer these questions. We still don't have the questions anyway, but yes, we use them with countable and uncountable nouns. We have some countable nouns in English and uncountable nouns. Okay, this is yes and also a revision. We had talked about this, but that's good. That's really good. Because before we start speaking about these, we have to remember, if you remember, that we have countable and non-countable nouns. You remember when we say books, books is a countable noun because there is S. We can say 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, 5 books, 10 books. But like if we say water, tea, sugar, vocabulary, homework, these are information. These are uncountable nouns. These are uncountable nouns. Okay? So we can say any books or any sugar. After any, is there a countable or non-countable? Sometimes we have both. Sometimes it works for countable and sometimes it works for uncountable at the same time. Yes, yes, and we can say any books or any information, any vocabulary, any people, any students. A lot of is always countable, okay? A lot of, and sometimes both, but most of the time it's, I mean, in your book it's not clear and they did not mention this either here or in the book, but I think you can say a lot of information and you can say a lot of people. You can say a lot of books and you can say a lot of sugar. Okay? So yes, Lena, it works for both. All is always for both. You can say all people, you can say all students, you can say all information, you can say all books, you can say all the sugar, you can say all the water, and so on. A little uncountable, good. A few is countable. A few people, a few books, a few is always countable. A few. Much uncountable. Much sugar, much time, much work. There's no S. Many, always countable. Many people, many books, many students. Okay. No. For both, yes. No one, no people, no students, no books, and so on. Some also both, that's right, some people, sometimes, some books, some sugar, and most. Manal says it's countable. Lina says, and Wafa and all of them say yes, both. Most of the people, most of the books, and most of these stuff like this. So conclusion, if we remember, countable nouns like most bottles are round, most people like food. Uncountable nouns, there isn't much water, much sugar, much, okay? So it's always uncountable for much and countable for most. Like there isn't much water in the lake, there isn't much sugar in, there isn't much oil, and so on. Now, which quantifier from the books, you know, we answered this. Actually, this should be before, okay, before that, anyway. All right, this is it for tonight. That was very easy for you. You know, our books is always a mixture of Traveler 3, Flying High 3, Mega Goal 3, and we're not taking one book. We make a mix of the 3 books for you to know and to ask the other guys or the other boys or girls to come and join us. Okay, that's all for tonight. And always, the lesson ends with the kind of voting. How did you find the lesson? You can answer 1 or 2. Okay? Just remember, you can help me. You can help yourselves. You can make this class with 50 people here. All right? Just tell your friends, your families, brothers and sisters, and your neighbors maybe, and your friends in the classroom to come and join us for this. Okay? Now that's all for tonight. I'm going to leave you soon with the football match because everybody's waiting for it. Okay? Thank you all for being here. I should thank you in person. Manal Yami, you were good. Yazan, you're super. Ryan the Great. Wafa, thank you very much. Abdullah Shiri, try to do better next time. Lina, I don't have to thank Lina, you know. Ghalia, you're very great. Okay? And Mariam Yusuf, who just joined us, please try to be on time next time. Okay, that's all for tonight. Have a sweet, good evening, and see you, inshallah. Okay, have a nice, sweet evening, and good night.